Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Glad you've come back to visit with us. Thank you all for your likes, subscribes, shares, your goodwill, your love, your wonderful comments. All that just made my day today. I just want you to know that I think you're all awesome, and I'm very grateful that I am able to share my life with you through the cards and just have a community of people who understand me is a big deal to me. And I love you guys and I appreciate you. Now, I'm all decked out in nature today. I got my wolf ears on and my Chicago Bulls. I am not much for athletics, but I love the animal nature of it all. And the instinct in the animal is pretty awesome, right? So we're here today to finish up a read that I kind of got slow on, and this is we are reading for um, Creator Source, the Most High, the Creator of creations, who developed us as humans and put us on this planet, and what Creator expected from us, what Creator knows we have in us, and how much love Creator has for us. And at first I questioned the love of the Creator for humanity, but I realized that as I've gotten older to where I'm at now, if I hadn't have went through what I went through, I wouldn't be who I am. And I appreciate myself so much more now at 63 than I did at 42. I was just thinking about, that today, how much more I mean to myself now, because I know that I got it in me that I'm a survivor and that ain't nothing going to be able to take me down, and that I'm going to work through any problem that I have. And we understand that by the time we reach this age, right? We know that we can handle the world and anything that gets thrown at us. And we take these as lessons, we integrate them, we transform it, transmute, and use that energy to be better. And so that's basically the whole story of how we grow up and ascend and mature in life. Now, we will always be children to the Creator, because you understand, billions and billions and billions of years old. So we must look like children on this planet, and as we are children on this planet, but it has come a time where Creator does want us to grow up and become more mature and more knowledgeable in the ways that the spiritual body will uphold the material body. And what do I mean in that? Well, a spiritual foundation based on virtues, truth, love, or any one of these virtues that God has establishes a foundation within you. Patience is one, just God's virtues. You can't see them, you feel them, you express them, but it's not like something that's tangible, right? So we do our best to emulate what we imagine our ideal of a creator would be. And sometimes we can be really think that, oh, our creator is soft, but no, our creators are rough and tough, outfit. We can't be soft. We get soft, we get fat, we eat cake every day. We would get away with anything we could get away with, because we're meant to push the limit. We're meant to go to the edge of whatever we're doing. Eventually, no matter what adventure we're taking, we're going to go to the edge, because that's how we're made, right? We're human. We're part God, we're part spirit, we're part water, we're part earth, we're part air. Okay, so I haven't turned over God's card yet. Let's see what the Creator's energy and character is about today. Oh, Seven of Pentacles. Investing, watching, looking over. See those pentacles? Each one of those are gifts or chosen ones, maybe, or this is God's garden right here, and look at God looking at it with such love. And I would say one of these are you. So you remember that God, our creator of the universe, looks at you like that. You're not quite ripe yet, but you're moving towards being ripe. You're not quite mature yet, but you're moving there, and you will get there. Because everybody is growing and learning lessons in this day of age. We've learned so much. We're taking it all in. We're opening our ears. We're opening our eyes. We are expanding our consciousness. Our mind we're using more of our brain now. Thank goodness to technology, right? It really helped because you can know anything. You can find it. It's on the internet. Anything, anything, anything. So everybody knows a little bit about something, and a lot. Actually, they know a lot about everything, and it's kind of amazing. You just can't hold back the information these days. So growth should be, exponential, because it's fertilized with all this information we can find about how to overcome trauma, how we can, work with other people, relationships, learning to love ourselves, learning to love others. It's just one and the same. And I feel that this is what God wants you to know, that He's watching us grow, that He's watching over the garden, and He sees the blooms. He sees the fruit getting ready to ripen. He wants you to know that you're doing awesome. Get rest and plenty of water, to remember that you're loved, and that you need to show that in loving yourself by being kind to yourself. He loves that many of you have cleaned and purified your conscience. You're no longer going to the past. You're no longer shaming yourself, God says. You're no longer looking at the past and holding yourself accountable as if you today are that same person back then. Because we got to let that go, because if you'd have known better, you'd have done better. So God is saying you're recognizing that. So you're letting all that, shame, anger, frustration, feeling like you didn't get what you set out to get, or accomplishments, when all those things just made you better and shinier. God sees you. Isn't that something? God's looking at the earth and the plants and the new sprouts on it. Yeah. God has turned His face to this planet, and we know that, right? We know that. We're not immune to understanding the changes going on are pretty much godlike. And, the negative, when the positive energy starts coming out, the negative energy goes crazy. But we just got to stay balanced and, keep moving forward, steady onward, steady onward, steady onward. We don't stop. We don't let anything stop us or sway us. We keep our faith, we have hope, and we push forward. And that's what this is all about. Pulling the weeds, shining, watering up your plant, sending it lots of love. How do you water it? You. How do you water you? You love you. You appreciate you. You must appreciate you. And that appreciation, see, is emotional waters. You'd be like, yeah, I did a great job today. No matter what it was, it don't matter. If you did something you've been trying to do for even one day, and you accomplished it, you set your foot forward to accomplishing a goal, and you need to congratulate yourself, especially if that's a big mile marker. And I know because there was a time in my life when I didn't move at all. I was like, in between my 45 and 50, I just, gosh, I hate to say it, but I wanted to die. I hated life. I thought it sucked. And God's like, yeah, right. Well, I'm going to kick your butt out on the street and see what you think then. Well, then I started fighting to live, right? I needed something to fight for. Yeah, the minute God kicked me out on the streets, I was like, well, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I want my wow. Yeah, but I never did go back to the wow. I was fat and out of shape and I hated life. And God set me out on the road. As a homeless person, I started out, but man, in the end, I gained so much from them streets, from walking the streets. And, I didn't stay in one place. I just kept moving, never stay in one place, just move on, looking for something continuously until I'm right here where I'm at now. And, after 8 years, things started to get better, and I knew that life was going to change. I knew sooner or later it had to because I changed so much. I wasn't the same. And I was still homeless, and I didn't have family, and I didn't go back to my ways of drug addiction, and it was almost like I was cured, and I found out what love is because the people on the streets were so good to me and kind to me that I didn't do without anything. God watched over me every step of the way. It was a journey full of, I lost weight, I got in shape, I became a walker, and I walked for God, I testified, and God to me is the good, and I saw God in everybody. I saw good in everybody. All of a sudden, my whole spirit changed, like God changed me, and I began to see so much good in everybody, and it was wonderful. Okay, I'm going to cut these. So God is awesome. As far as I'm concerned, Creative Source exists. I don't know God, the Creative Source's name. I just know that there's a power out there that is greater than can be explained. And maybe it's supposed to be a mystery. Maybe that's what makes it so intriguing and mystifying and, wonderful. I don't know, it just come to me. Maybe God told me that, to say that. Maybe God should be mysterious. Okay, we're going to pull a card. So God's watching over his creation. He sees us changing and blooming. And as we change and bloom and begin to have different concepts and different ideas about life and change our mindset about where we are, where we want to go, and how we want to do, our world around us has to change as well. And what's going on right now is destruction and creation at the same time. I would ask this day that we pray for God to bless the righteous, for God to bless those who are fighting against war, who are fighting against hunger, who are fighting against homelessness, who are fighting against imprisonment of, things that people don't belong in prison, fighting against the fact that our children aren't getting the good education. Pray for the righteous. I am not religious, but I did pick up a lot of things of reading religions, and I realized that religion is I'm not going to say religion is evil because it's not, but choosing certain concepts and saying this concept is the only concept that God will accept when we live in a universe with so many planets we can't even name, and we know that our Creator created everything that's out here. Are you telling me God only made one way? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Some of us wasn't made to follow. Some of us was made to lead. Jesus was made to lead. He was a child of God, a chosen one. He may have been the All-Father in the flesh, but what he was doing was trying to teach us to reach that level of ascension, that level of, everybody wants to call it godhood, but I want to call it the natural man, the natural good human. And it does look godlike, but it's our natural state. And it's the image of God that is in us. It's the image of God that is in us. And we get that by following those who have attained that, not by worshiping them. You can't give your energy out to worshiping other gods. You need to love yourself and God. Moses said it on the mountain, the 10 Commandments. The first commandment is to love yourself as you love God. To love the Lord thy God, the Creator. To love your Creator and love yourself as if you are the Creator. Love yourself as you are God. To me, godly means goodly. It means powerful. It means standing up for truth and right. It means standing up for the little guy. It means, it means standing up for those who don't have a voice, the animals and the creatures and the earth herself, her waters, the air, the planet. It's standing up for, just to do the right thing. Okay, I'm hushing my mouth. I love you guys. Thank y'all. Here we go. Ace of Earth. The Ace of Earth. This is a gift from God. This is God's gift to you, is spirituality. Even though this says material earth, even our earth is spiritual. Don't you see all the living things that are coming out of it? That's very spiritual. It's alive. She is alive. She's alive, man. Look at her. Look at this deer grounded in that rock. Have you guys done your grounding today? Have you cleaned your chakras? I woke up this morning. I felt terrible. I cleaned my chakras. I feel so much better. It's like taking a Valium, or something like you used to, like I used to would have taken a Valium or something. I don't do that no more. I cleanse my chakras with the ethers of Creator Source, and believe it or not, and imagine each chakra being cleansed, stretched, pushing out all energy that belongs to anybody else other than my own source and Creator Source. And it is wonderful. So we got the Ace of Earth here, and I definitely want to read it. It's beautiful. I love it. I need a little thing so I could put here and you guys can watch it and see it. But this deer is grounded into that rock. Oh yeah. Into that pentacle. And that pentacle is the earth. And we are connected to the earth. That's why it made me think of rooting, shooting your energy down into the earth to co-mix with the earth's energy, and then, pulling it back up into your body through the metaphysical spiritual world. Ace of Earth. Sorry, guys. Ace of Earth. Let me pick this up here so you guys can examine that. And I'm going to turn my light on. Prosperity in its purest form, concrete results in the physical world, abundance made manifest. I recognize the many forms of abundance and plenty, and I align myself with success. I can generate gold from the resources I have at my fingertips. I make an impact. The essence of prosperity is taking form in the material world. So, what I was telling you, I want to tell you that you make the impact. That when you believe in the metaphysical world, the spiritual world, and you work on grounding yourself into that energy, and then you ground that energy of the spirit, and you can see it as light in your imagination, and you ground that into the earth. You see, you're empowering yourself. You're built on a foundation, and then you want to see the waters, the Milky Way waters, let's say that, the cleansing waters of the universe, the universal creative waters, flushing through each chakra system, and you want to see it stretching out and pushing in. This sounds like a lot, but it's really not. You want to see a cross go through your third eye right here, like this. And as these waters go through, you want to see it go through your throat. For your throat chakra to open, you will begin to have more voice. You will be able to speak up for yourself. It cleanses the energy out of all these glands, and that's what you want to think. You want to think about pouring your own energy into your body. You want to bring creative source energy down. You want to bring creative source energy up. And the father and mother will meet right here in the heart, and you become the child. Kick. I got a kicker. Okay. Right in my gut. It does. When something is really real, I get this wonderful kick, and I know, yeah, that's it, man. I just said something that's real. Okay, so you want to do your grounding, and there's lots of books on it, there's lots of information on the internet. All I'm saying is, I know for a fact it makes a change. It makes a change. It takes 1 minute to think of your inner world and ground it into the earth, and then to pull that earthly energy back up through your body and shower it over yourself. As it comes this way, the energy that you have sent into the earth will come up that way, and you make like this egg around yourself of just energy. And yeah, I'm kooky, but I believe it, and it works for me. I love it. Kick, I got another kick. It takes a couple, 3 minutes a day. It's not hard at all. And, you begin to love yourself, you begin to love God, you begin to love the universe, you see everything through different lens, because all your energy has been cleansed. You've cleansed yourself of any energies that you have absorbed, and we do absorb energies. I had a lot of energies to cleanse out, and when I first started, I was the biggest crybaby ever, and it's been a year and 2 months now. It was a year ago in May that I began doing it every day. I did it every day because it felt good, not because I felt I had to, but I could literally tell the difference every time I washed my energies, my chakra system, my energy system, and I cleaned it of all the oil and gunk of other people that I cared about and loved. And in all righteousness, you should only have to worry about your own energy, right? You shouldn't have all energies tugging at you, pulling at you, feeling at you, stuck to you. And when you cleanse it and you pull those ethers down through your body, the spiritual waters of God, and it doesn't matter how you see it happening, it's happening. Have faith, have hope, and plant your roots in this earth, because you're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Find it. Find your purpose in life. If it isn't anything more than learn to love yourself, as if just love yourself and be grateful that you are who you are. You honor God when you do that. You honor your Creator. 4 of water. Four of cups. Let me look at this. On top of the ocean. I'm going to turn the light on. I'll be right back. It's a mermaid. A siren. It's a siren's call. A mermaid holding out a bubble of protection. I'm going to read this, and I don't know what the 4 of water means in here, but it feels to me like she's handing out bubbles of protection, emotional fulfillment, and she's handing them off. Love, peace. Water is emotion, so she's water cleansing. We were just talking about the waters of the Milky Way. Okay, and if there's ever going to be a mermaid anywhere, she's going to be in the Milky Way, right? Right. So we're going to read this too, because I find that very interesting. I was shuffling and we were talking about the etheric waters and how important it is, to, however your imagination sees it. When I first began, I started pulling the waters of the Milky Way. But then, I realized that I had had a vision of a rock that had mist coming off of it. And so I decided to go there, because that's where I had literally seen the ethers in that vision. So I pulled them off the rock of creation is what I call it. And, I'm not saying I'm diminishing anybody or saying this rock is God. I'm saying this was a rock of energy, and it was good, holy energy. It felt good. It was kind. It was gentle. And the ethers that were coming off of it. And I realized that ethers and ethics are so close to being the same name, the same word. And anything that has ethers, ethics, I'm like, what can be wrong with that, right? So now I see this giant magnetic rock that is somewhere in the universe. It's full of this lightning and thunder, and through that, this mist that comes off of the rock was the ethers. And so that's what I use for my meditation. 4 of water. Dreaming and introspection, contemplation, trusting in the abundance of opportunities. Trusting in the abundance of opportunities. Abundance is spiritual abundance. Abundance isn't riches or wealth. That involves money. This what I'm talking about is what will make your heart sing, what will bring joy into your life. You can still love Jesus. You can say Jesus is God. You can love whatever it is that you love, because it won't work with hate. You have to have love, because it is something of love. But it doesn't matter. This is about you checking your energy system as though you are a vehicle for your soul, and making sure your system is running clean and you feel good. And sometimes I have to do this 3 times a day. Sometimes, if there's a lot going on or I've had an argument, I will absolutely come in here and spend a minute pulling waters down and washing out my central nervous system. and cleansing it. Call me crazy. But you know what? Before you call me crazy, do it for a week and then call me crazy. Okay? Call me crazy after you do it for a week. 3 of air. 3 of air. The mind. Let's see what we got here. 3 of air. She got her mask on. She's thinking. Let me see where we are. 3 of air. Silver linings, natural departures, rejection is God's protection. A third party helps me to see the truth of this situation. What is truly mine can never be withheld from me. Rejection is Spirit's protection. It's in my best interest to let go and allow for something better to take its place. It is my highest good to see the truth regardless of my temporary discomfort. This too shall pass. Okay, well, I know this because this is what I was going through when I first started cleaning my chakras. And this is something the Spirit brought to me to do because I had been rejected as well. And it definitely was for my protection. I realize now that after that rejection, I have grown so much. And that was why I began doing the chakras. And it's kind of funny that this came up because I was pretty miserable. I was sad. I couldn't understand why I didn't, why he didn't choose me. And after being together for 30 years, I had to open up to some kind of friend, and God was my friend. And I went through that for 2 years with God. God took me through. And the first 6 months, I just, I prayed, I wrote, I did what I could do. But then I got led to do this. I actually wrote it down in one of my notes as, God was telling me to do this and that to cleanse my chakras. And come to find out, it's well known. But I got it through my spirit because I didn't even know to look for that. And I'm just saying, for those of you who have had a rough life, have had a hard time learning to love yourself, knowing your value and self-worth, this information and works of system that I'm giving you right now helped me so much, and it come from the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit, God taught me how to do this, and I can vouch that when you begin cleansing your energy systems of all energy you have ever absorbed that didn't belong to you, releasing all energy and send it back to where it came, and call your power back and keep your chakras clean, within 7 days you'll know it. So, my advice is to, if you're depressed, if you're sad, to take 3 minutes a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 at night, and just see in your imaginary field, the spiritual field, the quantum field. It literally connects you to the quantum field. So, you are literally working through the metaphysical field, which is the quantum field is the spiritual field. They just won't call it that. But, it is. It really is. King of water. You will learn to love like this. This is, look at that. The king of water. We're talking Neptune here, baby. Maybe Neptune is up there too, tuned up. Get tuned up. I'm sorry, I got all excited and passionate because of the tuning fork here. And you're literally tuning up your chakra system, and washing it with the purest of etheric waters, and rolling and living in love. So call it meditation, but it takes 3 minutes a day. And so it's not hard, and it doesn't interfere in your life. Just sit down and breathe deep and imagine these waters, these etheric waters of spirit and Holy Spirit running through your body and washing away all your cares. That's a proactive thing to do. I'm so amazed I get this, because I see this as attuning to a new way of life, attuning and opening up one's imagination, attuning to things that you never thought you could or would. Love too. And you know what? I'm going to read this one. I'm going to read it. While you guys look at this, I'm going to look for it. Some of these cards I don't remember because they're different, and that's why I like them. Oh, water. Yeah, these cards are different. That's why I like them. They're good messages, loving, kind, gentle messages, out of the, box messages. It's all about the heart, cleansing the heart. Here we go. We have found it. King of water, generous, diplomatic, fair, gentle, a good listener, non-judgmental, peacemaker, mediator. You have honor and respect all beings, including yourself, and see the commonalities we share and the spirit that is in all of us. We listen to other voices and blend them with our own wisdom before settling on an opinion, making a decision, or taking an action. I gently and lovingly lead others away from fear and divisiveness and into harmonious collaboration. And that's wonderful, because I would ask that if this helps you, would you let me know? Be fearless, because that is one of the things that grounding really helped me to do, was to get rid of fear and to become fearless, right? We ain't got nothing to fear. Nothing. Not a thing. Everything we need is right here and right now. And, we're going to be okay. And we're here at this point in time to change the world to a more fair and loving and kind place. And so, we got to change ourselves into that fair and loving and kind person. We got to be the change we want to see. And then we want to try, anything that can create in us a better attitude, a better love of self, a better love of life, a better love of others. And this is very important because it makes our life happier. And when you're happier, other people around you are happier, and you basically change the world right there in your own little space. And happiness is a lot easier to hold on to and get once you have worked on healing and cleansing out those old energies, the old pain, the old trauma, the old, the old thing that you can't get out of your mind. Flush that. Flush it. Flush it. Flush it down the drain. And then root into the Mother Earth for energy, creative power, and collaboration. Three of Earth, build your foundation with Mother Earth and Father Heaven, gods, the ethers, the rock of creation is what I call it, and personified. If I saw that's what I saw personified. He was a very beautiful older gentleman with a beard all the way down, and a long robe and white. Father God exists. I saw that. I saw it in the spirit. And Mother God exists. I saw Mother Earth as well. And there are two different forms that come together to create the perfect thing. The perfect human. Good humanity, sweet humanity, loving humanity, kind humanity. Humanity that can live with each other and not destroy each other. Humanity that can allow the waters to be clean. Humanity that lets the air be clean. Humanity that doesn't live off money, but abundance from the earth, which she offers and shares with everybody. Six of Earth, giving and receiving. Giving and receiving. When I see this card, it also makes me think of the 8. What you put out, you get back. 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 So put out good stuff. Put out love. Put out kindness. Put out compassion. Stand up for your boundaries. Stand up for yourself. That's virtuous too, to protect yourself. Stand up for your right to speak. Stand up for your right to be honored. Stand up, for your self-worth. Stand up for your good. Stand up. Balance things out. And all things are possible. And that's what we do when we align our chakra system and get lined up and light them up. Light them up. It's the Christmas tree. If you think about it, the living tree. Okay, guys, one more card from the Most High, Creator of Creations. That which created us, and this is what he's saying. The message is, clean up your energy. Learn to be strong. You can do this. You can do this. You are the image of God. There are powers in you that you have no idea you have. Find them. They're in your energy centers, right? Right. They're hidden. You have to work to get them. God says they're hidden from you, but you can find them if you seek them out. Seek, search, look within yourself. Use your imagination and begin to open up those energy centers and open them up in balance. Don't just open up one because it could cause an unbalance. You want to cleanse from the top down and flush. Then you want to pull energy up from the mom and flush. Then you want to pull again down through your chakras and flush. And, you will learn how to do it. It's a wonderful thing. It will help your spirits. It will help your strength. It will cut back on your fear. Just the grounding itself will take fear away. You'll realize you belong to this planet. You're a part of her. There you are. Look at you. You're going to do it, aren't you? Please let me know how it affects you, okay? Please let me know if this works for you or if it don't work for you. Prayers are good. I'm not saying not pray. I'm saying take action, though, for your own self, for your cleansing of your own spiritual nature. And, like Jesus said, I ain't going to cleanse your cup, but he said, cleanse your inward cup. Cleanse your insides. So anybody that follows Jesus, he didn't say, I came to clean you. He said, cleanse your cup. Clean yourself up, man. Cleanse your virtues up. Cleanse your godhood up. Cleanse your image of God. Cleanse it up. Shine yourself. Polish up. Ten of Earth. This is having all of your chakras open. Abundance is coming in left, right, and center. We know what happens in the spiritual world manifests in the material world. So, when you begin to work on these things and, you begin to see life in a different way, and life sees you in a different way, because life is alive. Life is a living creature. So live with life and do the best you can and love life. That's what I'm trying to show you. It's possible to love life. It's not about money, it's about life. Life is beautiful. It's not about money, it's about having what you need and you enjoy it. That's what life is about, right? Okay, for some reason I don't want to go today. I just want to thank all you guys. I love all y'all for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I think you guys are wonderful. I'm ready for us to work together to change the world to be a better place, to be more loving, kind, and gentle. And you know what? I have all the faith and hope in the world that we can do this. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Bye-bye.